Now this week's not going to be quite as entertaining as the last couple of weeks because the camping is all done and now we're back to the nose to the grindstone and learning stuff. This week we're working on teaching Ranger how to collect. Now we've had him giving to the bit since the very beginning when we worked with him and showed him with the rubber reins how to do things. But now we're going to ask him to actually handle the pressure of contact on his face, driving lightly with my legs, and ask him to give to that pressure and drive forward. And that's a little tough for them to do, and you can see he's struggling here to understand what I want. Now I teach collection a little differently than most. The thing I like to do is get them to bend and flex through their whole body, not just through their head and neck. So what I do is I ask Ranger to actually bend his head. Here you can see I'm asking him to bend his head and neck and round his body and walk in a straight line. If he's stiff, he's going to try to swing those hips out, which he was doing a little bit. But here, as I release him, he's holding his head, and then we lost his concentration. So we just have to put him back. And this is something that's very long, boring, drawn out. They can't learn it overnight. Everything takes time. So we just continue to work with him, asking him to bend and give. And then here you can see he's kind of stuck. He's not sure how to travel. There he goes. Good boy, Ranger. And as he figures things out, it'll get easier and he'll get softer. This is also teaching him how to hold his shoulders up. It's a real important thing, especially for Ranger. He likes to kind of throw his shoulders around, avoid like the bridge and stuff when he didn't want to do something. So this is a great way to teach him how to hold his shoulders up by allowing the fence to be our wall. There he goes. And help him realize he can't fall into it. Collection is based on feel, not pull. So we have to make sure we're soft and quiet and very rewarding when he does it right. So therefore, he'll look to us for guidance. Now as I stop him here, you'll see he's still kind of pulling on the bit. He's still kind of heavy in the front. But that'll change as we continue to show him how to give to that bit. But that was very nice for his first day. Now this is the third day of working on Ranger's collection. And you can see here he's handling it a little better and he's a little bit quieter. But this is the first day that we're going to ask him to trot. Now the faster the horse goes, the harder it is for them to handle the pressures of giving to the bit. And the canter is the toughest, so we save it for the last thing. But we just continue to ask him to bend and flex and relax. And Ranger's one that likes to go. He would prefer to be out there going 9-0 through the trees than he would to be in here trying to learn how to be quiet and relaxed. So as we go here, we just want to reward him each time he does it right, and then re-ask him again when he loses his focus or starts paying attention somewhere else. Now it's easy to teach a horse to over-collect, and we don't want to do that, but by bringing him to the side is helping him learn to bend through his body. Good boy. Now once I have them to where they're collecting, then I like to start working on their shoulder control. This is the second day he's doing this, but he's still having a hard time understanding what to do with his shoulders. I'm going to be very quiet here, and I'm really trying to show him what he needs to do. I try to be soft and reward him every time he gets it right. Oh, good boy. As I work with him, you see him start to finally free up just a little bit. But he doesn't know what he's doing yet. So it's my job to make sure that I explain to him very clearly everything he needs to know. There he goes. He's starting to look like a broke horse now. Good boy. You can see his stop's getting a little bit better, but he's still kind of dropping that head, and he's still kind of heavy on the front end. But he'll get better. Now we've had some camera difficulties and stuff, so we've missed a few days. So now we're on the 7th day. And you can see here he's very free moving his body now. He can pick his shoulders up either way and move them over and change direction almost without hesitation. He's doing great, and this is what we want. Now we can start bringing his nose to the inside and ask him to pick up his shoulder and keep it to the outside. Now this is something that's going to be very important if he needs to be a jumping horse, so you can line him up for the jump, or if he's going to be a barrel racing horse, so you can pick his shoulders up and keep him from knocking the barrel down, or any pleasure type horse. And we even use it in our trail riding to keep him from rubbing you onto a tree. But he's doing really good. You can see as I release him, he's starting to hold himself a little bit better. And he's not bobbing as much, and his pace is starting to get more regular, more consistent. And that's what we want. And he's free through the shoulders, free through the body and his neck and head. Good boy, Ranger. He's trying to fall on me, but I'm like, nope, stand up. Good boy. He's figuring it out. And here's his lope. This is hard for him to do, and he really likes to fall on his circles, so he has a really hard time holding himself up. This is only the second day we've been doing this. Ranger's getting a crash course because we have a show in Reno that we're heading to.
Very nice.
Now that's the right kind of stop. You see, he really sat down with his hip, he picked his chest and shoulders up, and he was free and easy backing off. Good boy. Then we were going to remind him how to move his shoulders again, and then we can start teaching him how to turn as a reining type spin or a roll back or a haunch turn. The idea is to take him back to what he first learned, how to bend his head and neck and body, follow his nose. Then we're going to pick up our outside rein and ask him to cross over following his nose. Good job, Ranger. This is his first day doing this. He's not real sure about it, but he's handling it really well. So we're going to bend him again and then ask him to follow. Good boy. It's so important that we work with our horses, showing them every step what they need to do for us. There you go. Good job, buddy. Therefore, they're willing to work with us and want to please us. All we have to do is keep our bodies right and help guide them through each step that they do, so they never have to fail a test. Good boy. And the rewards, you can't give enough rewards. Every time they do something right, let them know. Let them know that they are correct, and pretty soon they'll be bending over backwards to please you. I hope you had a good time with this week, and next week it'll be the Reno show.